Hey yo, this SV Twiz, the hood blogger. You already know how I carry it. Shout out to everybody that been rocking with the content. Make sure y'all like, sub, and subscribe. Anybody out there got any stories of y'all folks, whether they was regular people, regular citizens, rappers, hood legends, or whatever the situation is, make sure y'all DM me. You know, we can just carry it how it need to be carried. But other than that, man, today I gotta talk about OBH affiliate BeenTrill Bizzy. He was one of the most underrated rappers from the city of Philly. Before he went by BeenTrill Bizzy, he used to go by Get Busy Van. And he used to be smoking everything. He was very underrated. And at the time when he was a part of OBH, like OBH, they was on fire, bro. They had everybody, as far as, you know, Skinny Me, what's the guy, Johnny, and all of them guys, bro. Like, this was at a time before everything started getting crazy for OBH. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna get into the story. So BeenTrill Bizzy, from, you know, what I understand is he from the Frankfurt area of the city. Frankfurt is an area that also don't really get talked about too much, but it always been crazy out Frankfurt. People always got busy out there. People from out of state mainly hear about North, South Philly, Southwest, and West Philly, but Frankfurt was one of them areas where it always went down. You got Red Brick. Just the whole Frankfurt period was crazy. The traffic compared to, I wouldn't compare the traffic out Frankfurt to Kensington without, you know, all the people that's dealing with the addictions laying in the middle of the streets. But as far as the activity in that part of the city, as far as, you know, mixed races all in the same part of the city, it's flooded, and it's been like that for years out Frankfurt. So just to continue on, BeenTrill Bizzy, like I said, he been rapping for a while, bro. Been rapping for a while, and I have yet to hear anything from him that I could say that wasn't fire. So he had collab with OBH. Remind you, like I said, this was before things got crazy for OBH. So you had Low, you had Leak Mall, C-Dot, Razor, Skinny Me, you had Johnny, and the list goes on. That's another thing that I always gotta salute AR for, because, you know, a lot of groups, no matter where you from, they really don't let too many people become a part of their branch. Now, I don't know the history as far as BeenTrill and AR, how far they went back, but I do know that Ab is like, Ab always gave people opportunity, and then once you become a part of the team, he always branded you. You know what I mean? He just didn't have people that rap hang around him and never tried to push him. Everybody that was a member of OBH, AR had tried to push. So like I said, this was at a time before the downfall, so everybody was 100%. It wasn't the issues and the allegations, you know, as far as with Dark Low. Ab was home, Mulas, you know, the whole OBH, No Break Bras. So they was just moving as a unit, and they was like at one of the strongest points. Besides, I say that I ain't gonna hold you, like when OBH had, when they had like P90 and all of them, that was a real strong point too. When Gome and everybody used to be around, that was a real strong point that, you know, helped their team take off. But this point right here, when they had BeenTrill, this was after, you know, Ab was really established, had a lot more business deals and stuff like that rolling and things of that nature. So I don't know BeenTrill personally, never met him, but I did, you know, hear about him being respected, and I know for a fact that he was loved. You know what I mean? Everybody that was ever around him, they always spoke highly of him. Kenneth Robinson, a man was found dead inside his car. Now authorities are coming to help to finding his killer on Monday, April 23rd. Kenneth Robinson was sitting in his car along the 600 block of Brill Street in Philadelphia's Crescentville section. At about 4:30 p.m., police are called to the area for shots fired. They go to this Chevy Cruze and the descendant is sitting in the car. He's been shot multiple times, says Joe Alpadorn of the Citizen Crime Commission. The 30-year-old is pronounced dead at the hospital. He was taken to Einstein Hospital. Police know that the given time of the day that somebody saw something.
Was found dead inside of his car, and now authorities are coming to you for help in finding his killer. Here's Rick Williams with tonight's Crime Fighters Report.
On Monday, April 23rd, Kenneth Robinson is sitting in his car along the 600 block of Brill Street in Philadelphia's Crescentville section. At about 4:30 p.m., police are called to the area for shots fired.
They go to the Chevy Cruze, and the decedent sitting in there. He's been shot multiple times.
The 30-year-old is pronounced dead at the hospital. Police know that given the time of day, somebody saw something.
It's daylight. We got nobody coming forward with a job. We know somebody saw that out there. And we need somebody to come forward so we can get this case together and maybe make an arrest on it.
So that's pretty much all they got on there. You know, like the news, they was just telling people if they heard something, speak out or whatever the case. But that was pretty much, you know, it as far as what happened. So he was definitely sitting in a car and he was shot multiple times, you know what I mean, around probably like 4:15. And, you know, the cops was called around like 4:30-ish, you know what I mean? So the cops came up to the scene and, you know, that was pretty much the story right there. But other than that, what I can say is also when you a public figure and you rapping, that also create other enemies. And for instance, if you rapping and you still was in the streets and living your normal life, people will hate on you even more. And I'm not saying that's the case with him, but it's easier to get an enemy, you know, that want to take it there with you when you live in the streets, but you also is gaining popularity. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that's what happened with his situation, but what I am saying is that it was an unfortunate situation, and OBH, like out of every group in Philly, man, they took like a lot of losses, bro. A lot of losses, between jail, between, you know, people getting their life taken, and it was everything seemed to have been happening like back to back. You know, so it's a very unfortunate situation, man. You know, rest in peace to BeenTrill, man. And also, you know, what I can say is, like, you know, we gotta stop all the, you know, the senseless violence out here, bro. Like, a lot of times things don't even be worth it. You might get into a situation. I mean, some joints, I understand, you know, being in the streets. Some joints is like, you know, this person might have crossed the line, and of course I'm not speaking about his situation, but I'm talking about in the streets, period. Sometimes it might have to lead to that, but a lot of times, you know, certain things is dealing with like egos and stuff that you don't even be mad about a month or two later, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta chill and double think the situation, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of people that we saw beefing that ended up squashing the beef. It's like, look at how Jeezy and Gucci Mane's situation went. You know, they was going through it, and they even, when they did the verses, it seemed like it was still tension, but after that, it's like, we older, man, we getting money. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, man. Get to this money, win, bro. A lot of us got kids and stuff out here, so at the end of the day, when you gotta squeeze that trigger, it should be for the protection of your own life, because your life was in threat, or because of your families, bro. Other than that, if you trapping or whatever the situation is, man, you know that the streets gonna be grimy, period. But, you know, sometimes you gotta just sit and think, bro, you know what I'm saying, is this really worth it? But this SV Twiz, the Hood blog, man, y'all know how I carry it, man. Shout out to everybody that been rocking. Like, sub, subscribe.